Let's get you back to OKC tonight. Dominic Miranda shows us what happened in terms of the highlights. Dom?
Scott, we came into tonight knowing what a pivotal game Game 5 was here in Oklahoma City. 31 times before tonight had the NBA Finals been tied at 2 games apiece headed into Game 5. 70% of the teams who won Game 5 went on to win the NBA Finals. The stakes were high, and the Pacers unfortunately fallen in this one, 120 to 109. Let's show you some highlights from this Game 5. Look, that crowd was absolutely deafening here at the Paycom Center, and OKC fed off this crowd. They started the game 7-9 from the field. The Pacers were turning it over at an extremely high rate once again, leading to many fast break opportunities. Not getting a lot of foul calls either, especially if you're Rick Carlisle. He was frustrated. The Pacers were frustrated. Carlisle got a technical foul early in this game, had to be restrained by his assistant coaches, and if that hadn't happened, I can almost assure you he would have been tossed from this one. The Pacers went down 10 points in the first quarter. They had 7 turnovers in that first quarter. Tyrese Halliburton, 0 points in that first quarter, 0 points at the half. He actually went to the locker room with lower right leg tightness, clearly in some pain during this game, but came back into the game and did finish. OKC kept it going in that second quarter. They went into the halftime break up by 14. The Pacers were down by as many as 18 points in this game. 11 first half turnovers for the Pacers. Get this, OKC hit 3 3-pointers in Game 4. They had 8 of them in the first half of Game 5. Tyrese Halliburton had his first points of the game with 7 to go in the third quarter. That was at the charity stripe. But look, the Pacers were chipping away in that third quarter. They got into single digits, hitting threes. TJ McConnell was willing this Pacers team back into the game. 13 third quarter points for that young man, 7 of which for Obi Toppin. The bench of this Pacers team had 40 points in this basketball game. The Pacers got it down to 8 heading to the fourth quarter. In fact, they got it to 2 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this game. But then OKC followed it up with an 18-6 run in about 3 to 4 minutes of game time, and that's about all she wrote. 23 turnovers for the Pacers in this game. OKC turned those turnovers into 32 points. Tyrese Halliburton had only 4 points in this game, all of which from the free throw line. Siakam led the way with 28. McConnell ended with 18. Look, for how poorly they played, they were still in this basketball game, but Jalen Williams was phenomenal for the Thunder. 40 points for him, 31 points and 10 assists for the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Too much for the Pacers to overcome. They lose this one 120 to 109. They'll have to win it in Gabriel Fieldhouse at Game 6 to keep this series going on Thursday, Scott. Disappointing.
All right, tip off on Thursday.